cold.
And Matt might want to respond to these.
He asked me this morning for it. Are you going to wear a jacket?
I'll figure it out.
Well, this is May.
That's
Last.
right.
You don't wear jackets until last of May.
The agenda or anything, so.
Ooh. Thankfully, Janice
Thank you.
in charge, keeping us in charge. If
I've got 1 o'clock here.
Yeah, that's a couple minutes behind.
Okay, I'd like to welcome everyone to our May 20th, 2019 meeting of the Board of Commissioners. We'll start a meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First on our agenda is our County Attorney, Matt Shipman.
I don't have anything specific to report, unless you guys have questions for me.
Commissioners?
No, sorry.
No,
Okay.
Okay, Nathan Bilger is our Planning and Building Director. Plat approval.
Thank you. This is a one-lot replat of the current tree farm subdivision. Mylar. Approve it.
Okay.
This is located in the 2-mile jurisdictional area of Columbia City on Airport Road, just south of Etna Road, on the east side of the road there. What they're doing is adding some acreage to the platted lot. If I recall right, they want to build a whole building or something, so they needed some extra acreage. Approved through the Columbia City Plan Commission at their meeting at the beginning of the month, and then the Board of Works signed off on it last week, and because it's in the 2-mile jurisdiction, it requires both Board of Works and Commissioner approval. So basically what you're looking at are the easements and then the county road right-of-way dedication as well.
So will that go through Plan Commission also, County Plan Commission, or not?
No.
Okay.
No, it only goes through City Plan Commission, Board of Works, and Commissioners, and then staff.
And this has been approved by secondary staff approval?
It will be.
Okay.
I move, since the city planning commission approved it, I move that we go ahead and approve it also.
I'll
Okay,
second it.
we've got a motion to approve, we've got a second. Discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand, opposed the same.
And then, for the record, I think there are a couple people in the audience who may be interested. The rezoning that had been pending for Emmerich's, I believe that was withdrawn, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
So, it's my understanding that they may be looking to file with a different area in question later. But right now, that one's been withdrawn.
Okay.
Any questions for me?
Thank you.
Thank you, Nathan. Next on the agenda, we have Julie Jensen-Kelley for the Corporate Challenge.
Good afternoon. I am here to request $500 from the commissioners to pay for the 2019 Corporate Challenge team through the YMCA.
I think we've done this in the previous years.
I think, I don't know, maybe 5 at least at this point.
Longer than probably a thing.
Yeah, so as you remember last year, we were able to win the challenge and along with the other awards that were given out, so we're hoping to bring it back again or just have it left here for another year, so.
So I probably should not have screwed it down to that thing then?
Made it permanent.
I make a motion that we approve the corporate challenge entry fee.
Okay, we got a motion to approve the corporate challenge entry fee of $500.
Second.
And I'll have the chairman to sign, I think, maybe, needs signature,
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I have an invoice, just for a claim purpose, for Jana.
Okay. I don't think we need the signature.
Okay, good.
Okay, we got a motion, we got a second.
Does that just come out of commissioners or what is it? Where are you getting your $500?
Probably dues and subscriptions, I would imagine.
So,
Any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julie.
good luck.
Anyone can sign up.
Yeah.
You're not.
Now she's recruiting.
Thank you.
That's for the young folk.
Okay, next on the agenda, we have Becky Salaway, the 2020 Council on Aging Grant.
Lots of signatures today.
Okay. Do we need approval of this, or has it been approved already?
No, we're just gonna go over that. This is our 5311 operating grant for 2020.
Okay,
So, for the federal funds under the 5311, we're getting $221,691. And from our PMTF funds, the state funds, we're getting $81,263 for a total of $302,954. And then we are also requesting, as part of this grant, they didn't do the 5310, they did this last year. 5310 is for the vehicles, and they rolled it over into the 5311, 5339 program. So we didn't apply through 5310 this year, again, under advisement from NDOT. So we are applying through the 5339 for 2 new transit vehicles. That would arrive sometime at the end of 2020.
okay.
And the total of that request is $112,400. Making it a total of $415,354 was the request for the grant.
Okay,
So the papers that you have in front of you are, the first one is the FTA certifications and assertions. It's basically the same one that I think it's been signed by the commissioners for years. They just changed the date and they sent it out again. So, but there is a copy there if you would like that. The second signature is for local assurances to say that the commissioners are aware that they are part of that matching. The next one is the statement of acceptance of the 5333B warranty, which just really means that you will, as the applicant, be responsible for us following the rules. So it's kind of it in a nutshell, but again, it's the same form that was last year.
right.
The next one is the capital projects checklist, which is where the 2 vans, the 2 mid-size transit vehicles are listed. That's all we're asking for. The next one is the properties and facilities signature. Don't you love NDOT? We have all of those in favor.
Oh, yeah.
And that assures them that we are going to use the vehicles for what we said we were going to use them for. The next one is the pass-through agreement, which is you as the applicant are saying that the monies will pass through you to us for the transit program. And the last one is the authorizing resolution, which I think Jenna is to sign, or someone other than the commissioners, to say that the commissioners actually signed it. The one, and I think it's the statements of acceptance of special section 5333B also has to be signed by Matt. One of them has to be signed by the attorney. And again, in looking at past paperwork, Matt has signed it in the past, and it's basically that will follow the rules of the FTA in regards to the vehicles and the facility. The final 2 pages are, one is title paperwork for the new van that we just received in April, so that we can get it titled to the commissioners, and then the other one is the registration and the plates. So.
Now, there's more than one grant here. Are those all rolled into one check, or they come at different times?
They come at different times. When I come for the vouchers that you sign for quarterly operating expenses are through 5311. And the other vouchers that are signed for the vehicle reimbursement, that's from 5339. So they're 2 funds, although they're all run through the 5311 program. The 5310 is separate, but apparently they're a little low on funds, and so they keep redirecting us to 5339. So the last 2 years, this will be 2 years in a row they've done that, so.
Do we need to approve these or just sign them?
I haven't, I mean, Becky, it would be easier if we got this, I haven't had a chance to look at any of this stuff, so.
Okay.
If in the future, at least, get us this stuff so that I can have time to look at it.
Okay, and I apologize for that, of which it's just the same paperwork that we've signed for years. So it was my bad that I assumed that you knew the paperwork, and so.
We normally like to have our counsel
Sure.
go through that.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
I haven't looked at it, so, and I'm not sure if this doesn't look like the sheet that I should sign.
One of
They
them had your
should-
name on it.
Yeah, one
Maybe
has your
that's,
name.
must be a different one.
There was only one
Oh, here it
place.
is.
Does this have to be done today?
It's-
The
These
grant
are
goes
dated.
in on the 31st.
These are all dated. And we wouldn't have time. How about if we approve it pending Matt, and then I can sign it after?
Yeah, I think we should. I mean, first of all, Brandon can tell you that the NDOT stuff is pretty boilerplate. Everybody's going to get the same thing. Numbers might be different, but everybody's going to get the same contract. So, now, is this what we give the money for every year? Okay.
Well, no, this is for their grants that they get.
But I thought
we have to
we
stand
give them
by.
money for matching. I thought the money we give them is
Yeah.
part of the matching grant.
Yeah,
It is part of the matching, but it's not included in this part of the grant.
I
So
see.
that was the local insurance. It doesn't ask for a dollar amount. It just says, do you agree to provide,
Assistance on that.
Yeah, local match, so.
Well, can we say that without knowing how much? I guess I'm.
Well, she gave us the figures on those first 2 grants.
The first 3 parts of it, there are numbers to, and that, quite frankly, comes from NDOT. They send me an email and they say, this is how much you can ask for. So that's where that number comes from. I don't get to choose that, so.
I think we provide 35,000.
25 with it?
25.
Is it 25?
25, I
It
think.
has in the past been 25.
Okay.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
just hoping to
Yeah,
talk to you.
and I'm real good with that. I just want to make sure that's sufficient. That was all. So I would make a motion that we approve the grant request based on the approval of our county attorney. And that if it requires one signature, that the chairman sign.
All the lines I saw required just
Just
one
one,
signature.
just one signature, and then my own on a couple of them.
I second the motion.
Okay, motion and a second. One question that Janice got here is, does that require a resolution for this?
The one part it does, right?
It does, I think. They ask for a resolution number, so it doesn't say that, but I'm assuming because it's asking for a number.
Right, so I think the next one is 2019-04. I seen it, I know it's in there somewhere.
Here's another
Just the next
certification
one.
for attorney. Okay.
Okay, yep.
2019
This is another one
dash.
for attorney.
I'd like to amend my motion to include that the ordinance, or the resolution number for this will be 2019-04.
Okay, you got an amendment to provide resolution number 2019-04 for our authorizing resolution.
Yeah, I second it.
You got a second? Okay, further discussions? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same. So Matt can go through this and I'll get it to you tomorrow. Is that going to be?
That'll be just fine,
that
and again,
okay
I
with
apologize.
you?
Yeah, I definitely need to read, I mean, this is having me certify 25 pages of things are all accurate. I'm gonna need time to look through all that. I'm assuming that it's the same certification we've done before, but I'm not comfortable signing it unless.
No, that's fair, and,
Just call me tomorrow, I guess, and we'll figure out a time.
okay.
Such a
What's
thing,
your
so
phone number?
so it's prudent that he looks it
Yeah.
over.
248-8900. 8900.
Okay, awesome, cool. I will be glad to do that, and thank you, gentlemen, and for the plates and the registration for the new vehicle.
Okay. We can
Is
do
that
that one.
separate?
That's in the very back of those.
Sign one of them, I wasn't listening, sorry, what did you say?
Okay, there's, for the new vehicle plates and registration.
Title app and registration.
And that we had the vouchers signed for, maybe two.
These, should we go
either
ahead
2
and-
or 4 weeks ago, I can't remember.
Or just-
which.
Yeah.
Will you come off?
Yeah.
I think I've been here every time for a while now.
As long as you keep
Yeah.
bringing grants,
Does this have to be in blue ink then?
No, no, it does not.
I brought my blue pen
They
today.
have also digitalized the grant this year, so we have to, it all has to be loaded online. So that's created an additional challenge because nothing is in there. So it's been interesting.
the state has a habit of creating challenges.
Yes, they do.
They do have a way of doing that, and then you're 2/3 through part of one, and they say, "Oh wait, we changed our mind." So
Do you know how many signature lines there are in this? Just to make sure we grab them all.
1, 2, 3,
But stickers are kind of
6,
6.
7. There are 7, but as far as
7 pages or 7 signatures?
7 signatures.
Okay, then I think I found them all.
And then there's only one spot, I do believe, where they asked you to sign as the county attorney.
And Janice signs the resolution as the auditor.
She signs the resolution.
Okay. I'm gonna get the signatures and then, so I've got them, then assuming that, I read through it, it's good, it'll make it easier.
Alrighty, thank you very much.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. And did you want a copy of this? This is just the numbers of what we requested.
Sure. Thank you.
And it's not much of a request when they tell you what you can ask. But that way you know the numbers. But
Okay, thank you.
any questions for me?
No? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Becky. Brandon Forrester, Highway Department update and award of paving bid.
So yes, 2 weeks ago, we received bids for what I'm calling Phase 2 of our community crossings lake paving projects. Project is RD 02-19. And Brooks Construction was the low bidder. And I went through all their standard, the Form 96 contractor's bid for Public Works. They've got their bid bond and all their certifications for E-Verify and IRAN compliance and EEO and drug-free workplace, all of those important things. And so everything appears to be in order. I just added in the Form 96 that it was filed May 6th, and the action taken was that it was tabled for review compliance with the specifications. And then I have the acceptance page. The bid is accepted May 20th, 2018, subject to the following conditions: receipt and acceptance of contractor's payment and performance bond and certificate of insurance. So the total, their total bid was $786,485, and that's a 75-25. NDOT pays 75%, we pay 25%. So I have gone through our road program for the year, and we do have money available to cover it. So
Is that about what you were expecting on that then, Brandon?
I believe it's about $3,000 difference than my estimate.
Good.
3,000 less than what I estimated, so yeah, pretty close.
Yes.
And is there any problems, seeing as how Phase 1 went to a different bidder? Is that gonna?
I don't believe so.
Okay,
really
I
don't.
thought it might be nicer if both phases went to one.
It would have been easier for the contractor. You know, there will probably be some times where one contractor stops and the other one's not there yet, so there'll be a bump, you know.
Sure, that's fine.
I believe most of the speed limits are out there are 20, and I realize people don't do 20 out there, but hopefully they're not doing 50 and hit them bumps and then, you know, have complaints that their tires are blown out or their rims are bent. But it's a construction project that's ongoing. You know, you'll have that.
Can you remind us what Phase 2 involves? I can't remember.
Well, there are 5 projects.
Yeah.
And one of, let's see, you've got Goose Lake and Wilson Lake is one project. You've got Crooked Lake and some of the Tri-Lakes roads, and you've got some more Tri-Lakes roads, and then we're doing Business 30 West.
Oh, yeah.
Between Westgate and US 30. So yeah, it's basically, as far as it's the it's Crooked Lake, the Goose Lake, Wilson Lake Road, and then it's the what I call the side streets.
Yep.
At Tri-Lakes. Phase 1 includes all the main roads: Bear Road, Linker Road, Old 102. So the rest is just kind of the.
And Blue Lake,
Blue
Phase
Lake
1?
is Phase 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have you heard start dates on anything?
The last time I said something about a start date, it gets misconstrued, I will say. I'm not, it's going to be sometime between tomorrow and September 15th.
Yep. No, I get it.
Because the last date that I was told was subject to weather, and if you look for the last 2 weeks, every day that it rained, put them back.
Sure,
So.
sure,
um,
sure.
I'm not gonna.
It's a deal where the good news is we got a grant. The bad news is every contractor's busy.
They are.
They're busy, so.
Well, and, I talked with some of these contractors after last meeting, and they were going to more bid openings, either
Yeah.
that day or later
Yeah.
in the week, and, we got ours in about as quick as you can as far as getting the bids, and the longer you wait, the higher the prices are gonna go, because the contractor schedules are filling up.
Sure, they can't work all year, so they gotta have an end date. Yeah, that's right.
So if you would so choose to accept and sign this Form 96, that would be great.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the successful bid of Brooks Construction for what we refer to as Phase 2, RD number?
RD 02-19.
RD 02-19. And that if it requires one signature, the chairman sign.
There's spots for all three of you.
Okay.
Okay, we've got a motion to approve the paving bid at RD-02-19 to Brooks Construction
Second.
for $786,485. We've got a second. Further discussions? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same.
So in that regard, anybody that lives or travels around the lakes have seen us out and about. We've been working on getting culverts replaced and just trying to fix drainage problems. Wilkin Road, we've had issues with for a while now. We put a tile in there and that shouldn't stand in freezing water over the winter anymore. Shouldn't, hopefully. It's pretty shallow and there's not much fall out there. We worked on that one. Been milling up against concrete driveways so that they have a place to butt up against, and we're not having concrete driveways with asphalt.
I think Matt told me there was 160 of those to do, that you had to mill.
Just a
Cement driveways, yeah, trail
There
lanes.
was over 200, well over 200 altogether.
Not bad.
So, sometimes you get lucky. We bought that mill attachment for a skid loader last year, and the first thing we did with it was mill bumps on Lincoln Way and Business 30. I know our drivers, United Mill drivers, probably farmers, probably appreciate that, and it's more than paid for itself with this project, that's for sure. And we've got the tools to do what we need. Done with that? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not exactly sure where we signed.
Right here.
Like the claim form?
Right here.
Right there? Okay.
Brandon, I have kind of a selfish question. I have a concrete driveway and they didn't mill in front of mine, but everybody else in my road, they did.
What if we know where you live?
Is that the reason? No, I was curious, is it because there's asphalt that whoever built the house extended from the road to the concrete that's probably on my property, that's why they didn't mill that one?
There were a lot of different situations.
Okay. My wife was just asking me, so
Some
you
of
brought
them
it up.
have just like a foot or so of stone
Yeah.
between the edge of
The
pavement
concrete.
and the concrete, and so we didn't do any milling there. Depending on, and we had people calling because they're getting ready to construct a new driveway. Where do we put, what grade do we put it? We said, well, put it. Some of them are already higher, some of them are lower. We had one out on Brown Road that we ended up, it was already overlaid, and this is an old driveway, probably 30 years old or more, and it was already overlaid. That up and we're gonna overlay that and concrete. New driveways, new concrete driveways are expensive.
So that gap between my driveway and the road that the contractor who built the house was putting asphalt, will you guys take the asphalt to the driveway, or will you stop at the road kind of right away there?
They'll taper it down the road.
Will they?
to
Okay.
me.
I was just curious, because I need to put a new driveway in, probably not this summer, but just curious. Okay.
Might need a new driveway, man.
I'm gonna wait till you come tear it up, then I'm gonna get you to pay for it.
I thought I was the only one that they didn't touch. They didn't touch mine either, so.
they didn't do yours.
We know we do them too.
That must be why.
All that, or you have everything except this.
I have everything except that, yeah.
I got a call the other day, Brandon, from the Harold Road. Hey, they're all out here, but they're not paving. I go, who's out there? The county highway. I said, no, they're preparing to pave. Oh, I thought they were gonna pave. We don't, I said, we don't do that. That's,
No, we don't pave, and I got an email that said, you know, I don't know if it come from Facebook or what, for your information, on or about May 22nd, the county highway department will be paving Spear Road. Well, for one, yeah, we don't pave, and for another, Spear Road is part of Phase 2, which, you know, that's why I'm not announcing any start dates anymore. It's
oh, you can't because of the weather, if nothing else.
Exactly, right.
Their schedules, so yeah, I get that.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
Harold Road is an issue. We're working with a couple landowners because we need to replace some culverts. But as we all know, Harold Road is a no outlet road. And of course, the culverts are on, both of them are on the east side of Harold Place, which loops around. If they were between Harold Place, we could just close it and they could go around Harold Place. But, so we're gonna have to build temporary drives. Probably gonna rent a mini excavator to be able to do it because it's too deep. Our backhoe wouldn't be able to do it. So that'll be happening here in the next couple weeks, but we'll just have restricted traffic.
Do you know offhand if, at the west end, if they're going beyond the circle?
On Harold Road?
Yeah.
We will go to the extent that we're charged with maintaining. It turns south and goes, I don't know what distance.
No, I don't know the distance either, but
If there's a cul-de-sac there, we'll pave to that, but I don't remember there being an official cul-de-sac down there.
No.
I never go that far.
I know, and I think it just dead ends.
I believe so.
There's
Most
no-
of those no outlet lake roads just end in someone's driveway.
Yeah, I just was asked whether or not we were going on down the hill and beyond the circle,
To pave.
turn around.
To pave
Pave.
their driveway, you mean? Yeah,
Well-
no, we're not gonna do that.
Well, is it their driveway? That's the question I have.
Yeah,
Is it their driveway or is it our road? I don't know.
we have limits on where
Yeah.
our road ends. We'll stop there. I can't
Right.
tell you beyond. If there's a circle,
I just
that's
didn't.
gonna be the end of the road and we won't go past that.
Okay.
It's a wonder there's even a circle, because a lot of them don't have that. So I think that's all I had to report. We had a plethora of right-of-way permits come in Friday. So I've reviewed them all and okayed them. You can do with them what you want. You really don't need me for that, do you?
We're getting kind of leery about giving permits, you know.
Yes, I know. I know. It's hard to get people to comply with conditions of a permit. Trust me, I know. And our right-of-ways are getting extremely clogged with utilities.
Oh, man, I can see that. I can see
Really
that.
difficult for us to go out and make improvements, or even just maintain what we got. I would like to convince you and the powers that be that we start charging fees for these things. I know most counties probably do. Some of them charge exorbitant amounts, like Allen County, but
think it's something we'd listen to.
There's a lot of different options, I just haven't prepared my proposal yet, but.
Janet, would that go through the fee committee before it comes to the board? Yeah,
I believe fee committee and
make it up in the
council.
fee committee and,
I believe fee committee and council, if I'm not mistaken.
While Brandon's here, why don't we go through the right-of-way permits?
sure.
This is Governor's Road, Old Business 30, CenturyLink.
Troy Center.
Troy Center. I move we approve it.
Second.
Got a motion to approve, and that's on Old Business 30 and Governor's Road. We've got it for a CenturyLink. We've got a second. Discussion. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same. Thank you. And you've approved all of these?
Yes.
I got there it is.
Okay, I've got one for South Raber Road to bore 38 feet under Raber Road from CenturyLink to a customer for service.
Move we approve it.
Got a motion to approve. We got a second. Discussion. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same. Thank you.
I've got one here, to take place on South Legacy Court. CenturyLink wants to bore 25 feet under East North Street from their pedestal to the customers. It's a new home under construction. The owners are requesting CenturyLink service. This will be down in the southeast, I'm sorry. This would be near the East County line and 14. I make a motion to approve it.
Second.
Got a motion to approve. Got a second. Discussion. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same. Okay, the next one we got is on McGuire's Road and North 650 East at East 500 North. And this will be from Northeastern REMC to bore under McGuire Road and 500 North.
Move we approve it.
Second, just for discussion.
Okay, you've got a motion and a second.
Trying to think of where.
It's two locations.
Huh?
Two locations. It's two different locations.
Good, because that wasn't coming up.
I give you credit, you caught it.
I'm gonna draw my motion.
It wasn't coming up in my brain, so I get it. There's two different locations.
I withdraw my motion.
Okay, I'll second that, Don's motion.
Oh, okay.
Tom is the chairman of the board for REMC.
Yeah, I better keep it clean.
Okay, all those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same. Got
Maybe
one
on
abstention.
Abstention.
Yeah.
Abstain. I sign that. Here's one at 7901 East, 900 South.
Yep, okay.
Replace 120 feet of underground conduit containing coax. Baseline communications. Move to approve it.
Okay, where was that again?
Second, oh.
900 South,
Okay, 900 southeast, 900 south.
7901 East, 900 South.
Yeah,
Got a motion to approve?
second.
Got a second? Discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same.
Well, this is a lot of paper here. This one done. Ooh.
Back to George.
Okay, has everyone had a chance to take a look at the minutes? We've got minutes from May 6th for the regular meeting and May 7th for the combined meeting.
I make a motion we approve the meeting minutes from May the 6th as presented.
Got a motion to approve the May 6th County Commissioners meeting, a regular meeting. We've got a second. Any further discussions? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same. Thank you. Now we have the May 7th Commissioner and Council joint meeting.
I move we approve the Commissioner section of the May 7th joint meeting.
Second.
Got a motion to approve the Commissioner Council joint meeting on May 7th, 2019. We've got a second. Any further discussions? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same. Thank you. Don, claims.
Janet, is this, do I do payroll claims this time? She didn't have anything for me to sign.
There was a few.
There were a few, this section.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'll look at it.
I'd start with making a motion, then we approve payroll claims as presented.
Got a motion to approve payroll claims as presented.
Second.
Got a second.
You want to look them over?
Discussion. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same.
Once again, I found the payable claims to be in really good order. I have nothing to report. I'd make a motion that we approve the accounts payable claims.
Okay, we got a motion to approve payable claims.
Second.
Got a second. Discussion. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same. Angela?
The Elks Lodge has requested the use of the north side of the courthouse for the annual Flag Day ceremony. That is on Saturday, June 15th at noon. It's about an hour long. The color guard will be there to hoist the flag. You've already previously approved the flag retirement ceremony for Friday. But they also have a separate ceremony through the Elks.
I make a motion, we approve the request.
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion to approve the Elks request for the courthouse, June 15th at noon. Got a second. Discussions. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same. Thank you.
Just wanted to make sure you knew public was invited to attend. We will be doing open enrollment very soon. Specific dates haven't been set for annual group benefit changes, but that'll be coming up very soon.
Any idea what kind of window is there?
How long, you mean, how long it'll take for open enrollment? Probably 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
But we'll want to have it done before the first pay in July, in case we have to do any payroll deductions.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll be meeting the
Good.
STAR this week. Other than that,
Okay, thank you. Matt, anything further?
No, I just need you to sign all this paperwork. That's for the thing Becky gave us. I'll read through it though, but you can do that for me.
Yeah, that's fine. Jana? Commissioner?
I was gonna ask her to tell us about the supplement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we did disperse that, didn't we, on Friday? So we did get the lit supplemental distribution on Friday. We were to disperse it by June 1st, so everyone should be getting the money in their bank today.
Excellent.
So, and it was quite a bit.
I have no idea how it works, absolutely none. I looked at the, first of all, not every county got it. I didn't see Huntington's name on the list anywhere. Noble got 106,000. I'd like to know more about it, but I'm very appreciative of it, and I don't care. Other than make the comment, it's still our people's money.
Speak up a little bit.
Okay.
We're not hearing what you're saying.
We received additional funds for our income taxes. So we disperse, the state collects our income taxes and then it gets dispersed back to us. Well, if our fund down there, we have our own fund with the state. If we go, I believe it's over 15% more than what they certified, they will send that additional supplemental money back to us.
It's our own money.
So it's our own money, but they keep like a, I don't know, what do you want to call it?
Surplus.
Yeah, like a surplus. And then if we go over what they were expecting, they will disperse that money back to us and we will give it to the underlying taxing units and we get some of it back too. I know, but it's just additional to what they certified to us last year, so.
Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to take this time to let everybody know this is National EMS Week and how much we appreciate all the EMS responders that are out there. So I don't have a proclamation, but we do appreciate everything that they do. I would like to make a motion that we make an official, I'm talking about the room for the State Board of Accounts upstairs. I'd like to make a motion that we allow them to use that room, and it'd be nice if I had a name of the room, a number. Anybody have a name or number?
Room E.
E? Thank you. Then amend my motion to say that we allow the State Board of Accounts to use room E upstairs.
Okay, we've got a motion to allow State Board of Accounts to use room E in our second floor throughout the year for their services.
Second.
Got a second? Discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same. You can let them know if you.
Yep, let them know.
Great.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner?
I don't have anything further at this time.
I do have one thing, Don. Do we need approval to go to a third party for ADA, for our ADA services?
So easily I forget things. Yeah, no, I think that I'm going to guess we need to get Matt probably involved in this. I'm guessing what we would do is put an RFP out. We're going to be looking for somebody, Matt, to make sure we're doing our ADA things the way we should. I took care of it for a while, but quite frankly, it's overwhelming for me. And I know there are consultants out there that will do it. So I think my motion would be to put out an RFP to see if we can find somebody at a reasonable rate to handle our ADA stuff. It's paperwork stuff.
Kind
That's
of an audit, like an audit of where you're at,
Well,
how to go forward.
transition plan, is it
Yeah.
up to snuff?
Make sure we're compliant.
Yeah.
Because NDOT is getting to the point where we're not going to get our grants unless we're ADA compliant. And we think we are, but we don't know for sure, and so we want to make sure that we get someone in to do an audit.
It doesn't really count what we think.
Is that something
It's what they think.
we could do internally with building and planning department, or?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think we really need a third party to come in on that.
Yeah, I really do too. I attended a couple of ADA training programs down in Indianapolis, and I think we need someone that can really keep their finger on the pulse of it here.
We do count on planning and building up there, but we just want to make sure that we don't lose. We're getting a lot of federal funds now, and we just want to make sure that we're compliant.
I can try and work something up for next commissioners meeting that you guys could look at, kind of in a.
Yeah,
Okay.
appreciate it.
And if you hear of any firm that does that kind of work, you know,
I think there's plenty of them out there,
there
but,
are,
yeah.
There's a consultant for everything.
Oh,
I just say,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure VS does it.
Do they?
I'm pretty sure they do it. I'm sure a lot of different firms do. Now, where we could use internally was, when we last talked about this, the sidewalks at Donatello Village. It's really the only subdivision we have, big subdivision we have in the county that's not municipal. We don't have to worry about the towns and the cities. They got to do their own thing, okay? But we did have Donatello, and that needs to be looked at from the perspective of are the sidewalks right? Do they have the truncated domes where it comes to the curbs? There's where we could probably use our own people for that and not spend money to do
Make sure
that.
we're wheelchair compliant.
Yep.
Okay. I'll put something together.
Okay, thank you. Other than that, I had nothing. Anyone from the public have anything? Okay, call for the motion.
Motion adjourned.
We're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.